Yes, what's up? What's going on? How you doing?
What's up? Okay, so Mercy is out now. This is exciting.
Yes, it's amazing. I can't wait for everybody to get to the theaters and see it.
I think the scariest part about this, the whole premise of this movie, is like, this is gonna happen.
We're not far from this now.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So AI is sort of the prominent character in this. You're starring alongside Chris Pratt, right?
Yep.
So AI has sort of taken over the world, and when you commit a crime, you have how long?
90 minutes.
90 minutes. Oh my God. You have 90 minutes to prove to an AI judge that you are innocent. Otherwise, it's a wrap.
Executed on the spot.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your character in this movie?
So I play Detective Jack Diallo, and I am Chris Pratt's partner. He plays Detective Chris Raven, and he is accused of murdering his wife in this mercy court system.
Casual.
Just murder.
The old murder your wife.
Little stabby in the morning. And this mercy court system is very unique. Whereas if you are committed or accused of a capital crime, you have 90 minutes to prove you're innocent. So you are guilty until proven innocent. And you have this AI judge is your judge, jury, and executioner.
Again, scary because it just feels like we're so close to something like this. Now, when they and I'm always curious, like when I talk to an actor, when they put something like this in front of you, they put this story in front of you, were you immediately like, I'm in, or were you like, I don't know if this is for me?
I loved it from the first page. I mean, number one, I knew Timur Bekmambetov was behind this, and he's an amazing director, from Wanted to Searching to Missing. He's like the master of this screen life genre, kind of a genre of his own, where he has all these screens going on, and it's really relatable because you feel like you're a part of it.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's like to have a bunch of screens in front of me.
Like what is
so it doesn't feel like I work in the Matrix here.
Yeah, no, he's really it's the way, like, even the point where, like, you see the little three bubbles on one screen, you see somebody typing, like, the anticipation, it's just what we live in. So when I first read the script and I was like, okay, I don't really know what's going on, and I'm kind of questioning every character, including my own, and Chris, I don't know if he did it, he doesn't know if he did it, what's going on? You're kind of dropped in this world. And also to have this premise of this is an AI judge, like, you have all the facts in front of you, but you also have all the resources that she found and deemed you guilty to use to prove your innocence as well.
Yeah, kind of like, so if you go into a chat GPT or whatever, and if you ask it a question, it digs through all of its resources that it has to find an answer for you. And what I think is crazy here in Mercy is that, like you just said, the AI judge can all of a sudden dig up red light cameras or ring
cameras, your phone, everything, because in this Mercy world, the LA where it's based is, like, in turmoil, which again is not very far-fetched, but it's kind of amped up. And you have the chance you have to register your phone to this municipal cloud. So it's like an iCloud that municipal is a fancy word for just saying they can just go through everything, which I'm sure they can anyway, but it's just an amped up version. So you have they pull up archives from anywhere. Even there's a point in the movie where there's a phone call being made, but because they're going through this trial, Judge Maddox can get the camera that's on your computer. It was on the phone, but he was like, I need the answer right now. And he was like, oh, okay, never mind. Like, the camera turned on. Like, it's that invasive.
And that's what I think we're getting so close to. I mean, you even see, like, Taylor Swift was called into question yesterday, because I don't know if you're hip to this whole drama with her and Blake Lively and Justin Baldwin.
Not really.
So basically, not to get too deep into the game on this, but basically yesterday, some text conversations were unsealed and unredacted that were called into question because of a whole court thing that had nothing to do with Taylor Swift, but they wanted to know what this person had to say to Taylor during this conversation. So all of a sudden, this whole conversation that had nothing to do with this is now public for everybody to see. And I think tying that to Mercy, which is in theaters now, is crazy, because that's the type of world that we're entering, where you might just be about your normal day and then something happens and you get called into question. So now you have to relive your whole day out on the table, for better or worse, everything you did that day. Right?
Yeah, it's a crazy concept. It's not far-fetched from where we are now. I think, we're all should be entitled to some kind of privacy, but in this case, Chris Pratt's character, his name is Chris Raven in Mercy. you don't know whether he's guilty or not. He doesn't know whether he's guilty or not, but he's guilty of a lot of things. And fortunately, he has to kind of be vulnerable in what he is actually guilty of. May or not be the murder of his wife, but there are a lot of things that he's guilty of. Maybe not being a great husband, maybe not being a great father, not being present. There's all kinds of things. And he only has 90 minutes. He has to relive. He learns his wife is murdered. He has a daughter. He has to all process all this while also being a detective to try to solve his own mystery. But also in 90 minutes, he goes from, learning all this to trying to play detective, and I play his partner. I'm the boots on the ground, and literally the detective flying through the air trying to help him to solve this in 90 minutes. So he's
for some reason
in the chair.
I don't trust you already.
You don't trust me?
I don't know. Not you as the person, but your character.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. The partner.
The partner. Okay. Okay.
Everyone's a suspect.
I feel like this, but I actually had somebody tell me that they questioned the daughter. I was like, did I question the daughter when I was reading this? So you question everybody in this.
Sure. You know what it is? I've been watching a lot of The Traitors. Do you watch this?
I do, and I just did a show with him, and he's amazing. Like I do.
Yeah?
We were just you actually can see it today. It's on Kelly Clarkson. We were on it today.
I feel like you'd be good on The Traitors.
I feel like I would. When I started watching, I was like, this is so cool. I kind of want.
I'm bummed Rappaport's out already. He's been entertaining on this show.
I know.
You're a traitor. I'm a dope faithful. You're the traitor. That's entertaining stuff.
I'm from New York. I know everything. I got to do these things over here. Everybody's a traitor. You gonna leave me? Yeah, I love it.
You're all traitors. Okay, so wait a minute. So Mercy is in theaters now, and then what's next for Kaylee Reese?
Oh man, I've been so blessed to have another career, very successful so far. Career from boxing to this.
You're local, right?
I live in South Philly.
Yeah,
I live in South, but I'm from Rhode Island. I'm from Rhode Island, from East Providence,
right.
Rhode Island. But I do live in South Philly. So I just
you go to
wrapped up.
Phillips for your cheesesteak over there on Passyunk?
I do go to Phillips. Phillips is the bomb. I haven't tried Skinny Jim's yet, but I heard
Skinny Joey's.
Skinny Jimmy Joey. But yeah, I do go to Phillips. I always recommend Phillips to everybody.
Phillips is one of the most slept-on steaks in the city.
I know everybody. People who are not from here. Oh, you go to Pat's. I'm like, nah, you gotta go to Phillips.
Or even Angelo's is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my problem. We're getting caught up with the seated roll. The seated roll is becoming too prominent of a character.
Yeah, no, I don't
within
want
the cheesesteak realm. Now the new gentrified cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak.
It is. It's a gentrified cheesesteak. It's a seated roll with the Cooper Sharp. I'm old school.
I just like the whiz, man.
I like the whiz.
Give me
and
the
there
whiz.
are people that will say to you that's blasphemous, that the real old school is the white American. I personally believe there is no bad cheesesteak.
There's no bad cheesesteak, but I mean, coming from Rhode Island, we called it a steak and cheese, and we did American cheese. And then I came to Philly, and I learned actually it was a cheesesteak. Whatever.
One thing I've learned, because I grew up in Detroit, but I've lived here long enough to be adopted by Philadelphia, right? And one of the things I've learned over the years is that if it says Philly steak and cheese or Philly cheesesteak on the menu,
it's not.
Run.
It's not.
It is not going to be good. And they'll throw all sorts of extra stuff in there where you're like, what are these?
Yeah,
what is this, peppers?
What was it? I don't know. This is not. I've seen that now because I've lived here for a little bit. Whenever I go somewhere, I see Philly cheesesteak on a menu. I'm like, no, I can't do it. Won't do it. I feel that's blasphemous.
So you're a world champion boxer. Talk to me about that world for you. Where are you at? Are you still fighting?
I'm not retired. My last fight was in 2021. I unified the WBO junior welterweight championship, and I actually needed a break health-wise, but I didn't say this is going to be my last fight.
You could be like Ric Flair, and they're all your last fights.
Yeah, you know how many times wrestlers, boxers have always retired and then come back, but
yeah, never say never.
No, I haven't retired yet. Like people, I haven't fought since 2021, but it wasn't like, all right, I'm going to retire. So I've had this blessing of being really busy and acting, really, really busy. But all fighters, we don't know when to stop. So I do. If it wasn't for boxing, I wouldn't even be talking to you about Mercy, about anything right now. I got found via boxing. But in the meantime, since I haven't been in the ring, I actually started a promotional company out here in Philly called Cohen Promotions, and we've done a couple of shows at 2300 Arena, pretty successful.
The old ECW hallowed grounds.
Yes, man. I am a wrestling fan too. This is the fun
I'm
facts.
a huge wrestling fan. I actually run a wrestling promotion company myself, BTA, here in Philadelphia. We actually just stole the championship from PWE at Philomoka, which is Diplo, Mad Decent, all started there. Listen, we're all in the same universe here,
yes,
Kaylee.
I love this.
I know you. I saw you backstage at WWE Raw. Are you into the bare knuckle fighting championship? Are you into this league?
I like to watch it. I would never want to do it because I don't want to hurt my hands on somebody's face.
I like how you said that. Me personally, I'd be like, I don't want my face destroyed.
I don't want to hurt my hands.
Yeah, bare knuckle fighting. We had Johnny Cannoli in here just the other day. He's another South Philly cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
My husband knows everybody. That's why I'm here. It's South Philly. He's from Philly.
Oh, he is from Philly.
He's from
Okay, great. So how long have you been here locally?
I moved here 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago. But I've been coming back and forth to Philly for boxing training for almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I needed more coaching, better coaching. Not saying what I had back home, but I just needed to expand a little bit more.
Plus, Philly's a great backdrop for
boxing. Like it's boxing.
Right.
I mean, it's
Rocky,
Philly boxing,
Creed,
actually. Yeah. So, and my husband, who's also my boxing manager, he's a cut man. He's a former fighter himself. I just needed to come here and get some different perspectives, and it's worked out for the better. Ever since I came here, I haven't lost.
Do you find that the movie roles that they put in front of you, because you're a tough woman, are the characters a lot of times tough women, and is that good for you? Do you like that? Is that a thing?
I do. The way I even got into it is the first movie I was ever involved in. I helped write. I got approached on Instagram. It was he's now a really good friend of mine. His name is Joseph Kubardo Vladica, and the first film we did is called Catch the Fair One, and it's based on a half-indigenous boxer who goes looking for a missing sister, an indigenous person who, we get plagued with missing and murdered indigenous people, girls and women. So
sure.
Through my boxing platform, I do what I can to bring awareness to things like this, especially MMIW. And he approached me on Instagram and wanted to write a story about this. He knew it wasn't his story to tell, and he wanted to get the perspective of the community. And he just approached me, and then he asked me to help him write this. And then we kind of just went forward, and he chose to use my real name, Kaylee. Her name is Kaylee, not Reese, but her name is Kaylee, and she's a boxer. So I actually was able to cast one of my really good friends, Shelly Vincent. She's a former retired world champion boxer from Rhode Island. And my cousin, Matthew Godfrey, he's a former cruiserweight world champion. So I did get to kind of play around with boxing. And then going forward, I've had quite a
cast as a boxer named Kaylee in your first role is pretty much like Eminem being cast in 8 Mile.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I
know how to do this character.
That was my 8 Mile, but it was really cool. And I think getting casted as these tough and really badass women is something that's really it's accessible to me, especially coming from a disciplined background of being a boxer, and I'm badass myself. You know what I'm saying? But it's been cool because I haven't played just boxers or just stick a gun in her hand and she's a cool hero, whatever. I've had to play some really emotional, deep diving, really dramatic roles in my career too.
But now you're in movies like Mercy, which is in theaters now with guys like Chris Pratt. Do you find yourself going you're in a room rehearsing scripts with these big stars? Are you feel comfortable, or are you sometimes whoa,
I mean, I haven't had a choice because my third acting job was True Detective with Jodie Foster.
Sure,
so I was
God.
I was like, oh my God, what am I doing here?
You sometimes stop down dude, you're Jodie Foster.
Yeah, no. What was crazy, she knew who I was, and she was so interested in everything about my life. I'm like, but you're Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
And we're like homies now. We go hiking together. We went, me, her, and my husband went to Alaska to visit after we shot
I would
Detective.
never go to Alaska to visit anything.
No, it's actually a beautiful place.
Really?
Beautiful place and beautiful
cold
people.
And far.
Well, it's far. I would say it's cold, but we went in the summertime. We shot True Detective in Iceland. But we went to Alaska. But sometimes I sit down, I'm like, I'm to a place now where I deserve to sit at any table I'm in. I deserve to walk in any room I'm in. But it's still it's intimidating. But it's I love being in a room full of people that know more than I do. I love to learn. I know I'd
great.
love to be in a room that
You never
I don't
want to
know.
be the nicest house on the block.
No, and I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. Then it means you outgrew that room. You got to move to another room. So I get to learn. I mean, what better way to get into acting than learn from Jodie Foster, Chris Pratt, Rebecca Ferguson. I work with Sean Penn. Mike Tyson was a movie that I learned that was like surreal. So
Was he eating mushrooms the whole time?
no, he was just he likes to smoke a lot of weed and he's very friendly. He's down to earth. He's one of the coolest interactions I've ever had in my life.
I hosted a party with him at the pool at Harrah's in Atlantic City one time.
How was that?
It was great. The whole time he was just, can I smoke in here? Yeah, you can smoke, Mike. You're Mike Tyson. You can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, his trailer, they were walking in to give him sides and they were coming out like a Cheech and Chong car.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, hey man, Mike, we got to go up on stage to go say hi to the people. He's like, okay, hold on. The handful of whatever.
Listen, he's one of the most intelligent, kindest, coolest people I've ever met, like outside of the ring. And he's had a life. He's lived a life. And to see where he's at now, that man deserves to eat as many mushrooms and smoke as much weed as he wants. And he's Mike Tyson. He can still knock a motherfucker out. So,
100%. Also, like you find when talking to a Tyson, and I'm sure in the world of boxing you can attest to this, do you find that the more someone's reputation kind of precedes them, and the more someone is known as aggressive in the ring and the more someone is known as crazy, but then when you talk to them, when it's one-on-one and you're in a setting like this or you're out to dinner or whatever, you notice that they're more reserved and they're quiet and calm. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I feel like most, not all. There's a lot of fighters that our demeanor, we don't do it because we want to punch people and hurt people. You get people that like to hurt people, but we're in the hurt business. But it is such an art, and you have to be so level-headed and clear-minded to fight. You can't be don't drive angry, but you can't fight angry either. You can't do anything angry. You can have animosity towards your opponent, but you have to be grounded and level-headed. But I do notice that a lot of us, especially we just chilling. Our life outside of the ring or inside the ring as well is so chaotic. It's so scheduled. So honestly, most of us just want to chill at home and just be really level-headed and peaceful. Most, not all. I'm not speaking for all fighters because I know some wild ones, and I do. You have to be half fucking crazy to get in the ring and voluntarily get punched in the face. Like there's something wrong with us. Seriously, for real.
Something wrong with you, or something right with you, and something wrong with the rest of us. Listen, Kaylee Reese, so cool to meet you and have you come in the studio here. I know you got a lot going on. Mercy is in theaters now. Hey, was this one of those movies with the special popcorn buckets? Do you know? Is that a thing?
I think so. Yes, but you got to see it in 3D. It's such an experience.
We're in 3D with this.
Yes, IMAX 3D is an entirely different immersive experience. I mean, the trial is 90 minutes, so is the movie. So you're there in real time, and every minute, every second counts. So as soon as the movie starts, you're in it with them.
Oh, it's like the show 24. So wait, when you're shooting something in 3D, is that something that you're kind of cognizant of during filming, where you're like, oh, wait a minute, let me reach towards the camera? Is there certain scenes that are set up like that, or no?
Especially the way Timur shot it. He shot it on all different kinds of cameras, and it was just such a cool experience. But no, I didn't even realize we were doing 3D until they said that. I was like, oh, it's in 3D? That's great, because it should be, but I didn't even know that. Cool. Thank you for telling me.
I absolutely love your level of confidence, but it doesn't come across with any cocky arrogance. You are just a confident person. You are a strong-willed person. I love having you here. This is a great conversation. Kaylee Reese, I wish you so much success in your life. This is very exciting. We're going to go see Mercy. We're going to see the 3D one. We're going to get the special popcorn bucket.
Yes, please.
It's going to be great.
Everything. Get all the things. Do all the things, man. Save your bucket. I'll sign it.
Mercy's out now. Kaylee Reese, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.